important from Roblox Studio today. From the last video you guys got to see, obviously see me. No, that was weird. You guys got to see me work on the brownstone that is at 1313 Atherstone Avenue. And these two houses here, you got to see me delete them. And the reason why I deleted those houses was simply because they were not plausible within my plan and my scheme. So as last time, as I showed you this right here, if I go turn it into a transparency, you already see the foundation is already started. Now I got to determine the height of the foundation, and I got to determine my character size. So obviously waiting for that to respond. This house, I'm guessing they're both having issues today. So we'll be looking at the ultimate. Basically what I'm putting in is the duplex, the all blue duplex. And the reason why the houses are blue is because most modern construction, a lot of the wood is waterproof and it's anti-mold resistant, which means it's blue. They use blue wood. And yes, the birds are still chirping. The birds are still going back and forth. Wish I could put them out in the other room, but the second I do that, the cats are going to have a field day. I don't know why I clicked on that. So anyways, I put it as invisible. We're going to move the house over in a second. Just right now, I want to be able to set up the foundation. So let's go back to this. And we're going to drop the foundation down. I'm going to zoom in as close as possible. So we're way too far. So we'll say right there for now. For now. Let's take our soldiers, our little characters. Wait for them to spawn in and we'll drop them down in the basement. Because I've noticed with the last video, you guys noticed that one of my houses, the basement was a little bit too short. The other one's fine because it's an older brownstone. And if I wanted to, I could upgrade that basement very easily just by dropping the basement floor down a little bit further. So anyways, there's my characters. There's these two soldiers. Perfect little characters to utilize to determine... Oh my lord, this is a deep basement. I'm not even sure if they even touching the ground. Oh, they are. Oh, they're not. They're not even, are they touching the ground? Okay, they are. So they're back on the ground. So let's drag them closer to a wall to determine our height. Now, obviously, we are way too far down for this foundation. So I'm going to grab this. I got thumb, and I'll bring it up. I would say roughly right there. Off click, bring these guys over, back to this, click on this. Now obviously I'm going to take this folder and I'm going to click on this one and click on this one. So before I even do that, I got to figure out which houses these are, combine them to one folder. So 1312 and 1314 are under and I'll duplicate this and I will drop it into there, and I'll go here over 1314 and there you go, and that's 1314 and 1312 Atherstone Avenue. Yeah, the birds are being characters today, just like the other day. So now I got the foundation started. I want to click on this again click on this and just bring it into here. Now we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do this. Just right now, I gotta take this and I'm gonna drop it here. I'll leave that folder alone. Well, technically, if I want to, drop that in there, drop that into there, delete that, because it isn't two separate. It isn't two separate buildings. They're all the same building, and the building's already basically set up and ready to go. I just got to prepare everything. Alright, so we'll leave this one alone. We'll go back to this folder and we're gonna duplicate it a few times. And I probably did it. Yep, there we go. So we're name this folder decor. Obviously, I think I spelled that wrong. There we go. Now the decor is really the driveways, the interior products. We'll drop a folder in here. And I believe there's a driveway in this folder as well. So we'll determine that this one here we could actually label, ladies and gentlemen, as 1312, and label the other one as 1314. So we'll have an idea what driveway belongs to who. Now before we go any further, I gotta take these trees and I gotta move them for now. So I'll drop that tree over there. Take this tree, it's a larger tree, drop it over here for now. Because before we can go any further on digging here, we have to fix the sidewalk issue. So now we go to the sidewalk folder. We are going to be looking for the unionization of the slate, which is this. So we will deal with this one by putting it into a folder, clicking on it. We'll go to the model and we'll separate it. And you'll see exactly how many pieces are actually rolled into this. My other side of the city, it's actually a lot more compact. Alright, so now what we're going to do is this. I got to be able to find I'm going to shrink this down if I'm correct. I'll just bring it there for now. I don't know why I didn't have. Why didn't I put ramps? Did I do it on the other one? Oh, they're all like that. Oh, if you're in a wheelchair, be careful. Which this Roblox is whatever. I'm not going to go through that much of a headache to try to fix all of it. So I'll bring it close as possible to here. And then I'll go find the other one. Trickling along. Where are you? Where are you? And I lost it because I probably overshot it. Nope, there she is. So now I will come in. There we go. Now back to okay, this sign has to just be moved up slightly. Not too major. Now back to this. We will bring this. Not too worried about the white because the white stretches all the way. Just looking for the other yellow. Alright, so this one here, I gotta stretch it. Right about there. Then once again, I gotta go through all this and find this one here. There she is. And I just stretch her back. And she's going into autosave. I should shut the autosave feature off, but I kind of like it because if I lose any parts, it saves my tail. So while I'm waiting for this to autosave, which takes like 8 million years, come back over to this base plate, which is still not responding. And there's really nothing inside this base plate to cause it to do this. Maybe because I ignored it. And it's mad. And this one obviously is taking a while too, so we'll wait on those. And we'll because in case you forgot, I'll show you what duplex we're bringing over and what we're gonna be building for it. My Giants won this past weekend against Seattle, so I'm kind of happy. Okay. Well, we're still waiting for that. We're waiting on this one to respond. Alright, so we're waiting on that. I can't lose that one, so we'll just wait and be patient. Because that's where, I mean, I could spawn it in through my model folder. It's not going to be that hard to do so. Alright. It's kind of worked out well because the street lamp is actually right there. It's not right in the middle of a driveway or anything. So now we'll shrink this down. Then I got to find where this brown cobblestone is at and actually reverse that back a little bit. Not sure if I got to duplicate it and spread one to this side and one to that side. So it's just a waiting game. I don't know why the other studio's not wanting to cooperate properly. It's not like I could, not like I'm gonna lose anything too major. It's just it'd be a headache to start all over again. Come on. It could be my computer because I'm uploading a few things. Okay, here we go. So I am going to have to take this right here. I just clicked on the folder where it belongs. It's in this. Okay, it is unionized. So I'm going to have to group it into its own folder. Not folder, more of a model box. So we'll put it. We'll ununionize it real quick. It should be a few pieces, yep. So now we will slowly, methodically go through these pieces. Voila. And no, we don't have to. We just got to find that one and stretch it. And voila. We did some magic. So now the sidewalks are done. They're all established. There's nothing really hiccup in our way. We could take this. We're going to unionize it. We could go back here. Always, what I always do, I make sure I will ungroup it. Now I click back on this. I should go back to this. Now I got it all within my folder. I want to double check every piece, make sure we're tightening it and everything. Yep, everything looks good. Everything looks good on this part. And now we unionize. And now we go here, we ungroup, and we close sidewalks. So now you basically have your carports all set up. Tearing down 2 of the old abandoned brownstones that were here. Trees will be put back to where they originally go. But right now we need to focus on the foundation of this structure. So let's click on this. So this folder here is going to be walls. And you always want to take a folder. What I do, I put a folder in there. I go duplicate, duplicate. And I'll label them. And I do this because it makes it so much easier if I'm like going to grab something and I gotta edit something. It makes it so much easier to get to it instead of looking through like a million files. And obviously we need basement walls. And I gotta figure out what size basement window I want to utilize. So I'll take this and I'm gonna duplicate this. Now the reason why I'm gonna duplicate it because that is actually for the basement. That's the basement. I'm gonna change its stone into more of a darker stone. Okay, so we'll start there and we'll determine how far up I have to go. Might leave it there for a second. I got to pray that this will actually load, which it's not going to. So let's go to my models. I literally hate the change of seasons. I just hate it. Alright, so here's one duplex that we have. Now we just gotta load it, and my dog is literally moaning at my door because she wants to come in and harass me. And I didn't lose too much when it comes to the other building because of like a lot of my windows, my doors are here. So I didn't really lose too much when it came to the things that I were building and the things I wasn't building. I got my refrigerator. Okay, now it's time to pedestal my way up. And guess what? Respond. No, it's not it made it look like it was going to respond. And this is what I'm talking about. You have some hiccups with the studio. And it's just with the amount of data that you push in, it happens. Yep, here we go. Here we go. I'm inside one of the other houses. Comical. Alright, so now we need to zoom down. Okay, so now we're going to take this structure and we got to turn it only 90 degrees. So now go back here and we are going to delete the carports because we're going all the way down to here. So one thing I'm going to do real quick is when I open this, I'm not going to open it yet because I got to get a hold of this file here and legitly drag this whole thing into 1312, 1314 box. Push this back. And we need to determine how far down are we really going to go when it comes to the foundation. Are we going to have windows for the foundation? That's another big question. I'm not going silent, you guys. I'm just focusing. Oh, I went a little too far up, so I gotta drop it just slightly below. And there we go. So now the house is officially set. This is like the fastest house you could ever build, but it's not done yet. It's far from done. I want to go through this, and I want to determine where this model's at, which is right here. What is this, to be honest? Oops. Okay. And I'm assuming this is the foundation base. So if I'm correct, this is the house. This is the outdoor sidewalk. So if I'm correct, this will be the outdoor sidewalk. Yep. So this could actually go within the decor folder. Give myself a few folders in here. I'll put this as outdoors. I'll take this and drop it. Now I'm gonna have to take this, has to go floors. So this will drop into the floor folder. Drop another folder. Duplicate, duplicate, and drop this one in here. And name this folder basement. And I'll go here, name this first. As I said, I'm turning this into two-story building. Second. So first and second, I'm going to ungroup this. So now everything's basically ready to go. I'm going to take this and I'm going to ungroup it. And it's going to throw a million pieces. Ready? 121 pieces. So that's where we currently stand. And now we got a carport, which we could actually shrink, to be honest. This driveway could shrink. I want to highlight this, copy it, then separate it. So let me scoot in a little bit closer. The unionized part is actually the front, and this is this. So now I can go here. Now drag this forward. I'm going to keep it wide. Keep it short. Just keep it wide. Get a little extra space. So now I'll go back to this. I'll unionize it. And I'll name it. And the same thing can be done with this one over here. This one's actually wider. So I might have to go back to the sidewalks and actually fix all of it. So once again, I am playing Russian roulette with my map. Actually, what I'm going to do is something a little bit different than I do on the other side. Is I'm going to take this, drag it forward, just give it a little extra parking spot. So then if I want to go to this one and go, you know what, I'm about to shrink this, then it's not going to hurt me. Voila. Perfecto. Okay, so then I'll come here. And I'll grab these three. Unionize. Put the correct address, and voila. Driveway is established. I got to go to the wedges because these are two phenomenal wedges. I'm actually going to have to duplicate these. So I'm going to rise up and I'm going to bring them up as high as possible just for they're out of my way. And I'll take these, wheel my way all the way up to the top, the tippity top. And I don't have an extra folder, or do I? Oh, no, I do. I have a few, so I'll drop them in there. So I'll change this folder's name to the roof, or woof. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but there we go. So close the core. I want to duplicate a few more folders. And basically gives me more room for storage. So now we have this all done. I'll come back down here, take these two wedges, and I will drag those into the same folder because you want them all within the same area. Okay. I'm going to duplicate. You notice the roof up here is a lot bigger than what it should be. So I'm going to have to... We're going to do this a little bit different. Delete, delete, delete. Then we're going to duplicate. And I want to change this one to blue. And the reason why I'm doing that, guys, is for a particular reason. I can keep track of the pieces that are being put in. So now we have blue, blue, and now blue. And you'll see why I did it that particular way. Now, I will obviously group that one into a model folder, or a model piece. Then now I'm going to take this one and duplicate. Now that one's done. Duplicate again. Slowly. And never hold down shift while you're doing this, because all it does is expand it into a bigger size. Now I'll go back here and I'll change it obviously to blue. I'm not sure if that's the same blue as the front, but it's not going to stay that way. Alright, so now I'll take this back one and drop it into the top folder. And what I will do is gonna turn it, grab this, and drag up. And then it's invisible, so it's not within my way. And I'll take this. Now, honestly, what I should do is be smart with what I'm doing. So I'll grab that ceiling piece, because that's exactly what it is. And I gotta bring that to its own. That would go into the same folder as what I do is with the roof. You know what I'm saying? But I have to put a folder in here just for I can labelize it as ceiling. Actually, you know what? Gonna be smarter. I did it a little bit different on a few other projects of mine. And this one here I'll just name as, if I spell it correctly, ceiling. And I think I named it wrong. I think it was C-E-I-L. I'm not that best at spelling no more. I guess it's my old age. So now I'll take the part and I'll drop it into the ceiling folder. And what that does for me, I could duplicate it, grab onto the other, and raise them together. Then obviously I gotta turn this into a one. So now we're dealing with the first floor. And the most hardest part about dealing with the first floor is this does not have to remain this size. I'll shrink it. Now you have a blueprint of what the new structure actually looks like. As I said, 2 bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen, living room. Now, the one thing that makes this very unique about us bringing it up a level, it's going to give us the opportunity to make this a bigger dwelling, a bigger place for people to actually want to live. So, the first project would be to take this interior wall you have here, and I'm literally going to just delete, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to drag it all the way over. So now it's one consistent piece. And one thing that if you're building in real life with something like this, this has to be a fire barrier. So brick, concrete, stuff like that. So I'm going to go concrete. Obviously not going to leave it blue. And we're going to go up. Now we have multiple different floors. Why? I don't know. Okay. Now I remember why I did that. Because there's a base floor underneath this. But okay. So now we're going to take this floor piece, because this is no longer, this is a ceiling plus a floor. So we're going to take this entire piece and we're going to stretch it. And we're going to lift it. We're going to leave it as that for now. Now we come back here, slowly and methodically push the garage roof, well, the carport, roof over. There we go. Now these are done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unionize them because there's no point of me leaving. Well, no, I can't do that yet. If I had a brain, ladies and gentlemen, it would be very dangerous to allow me to have a brain. Because I forgot that what I don't want is this being different from this. So I'm going to take this one, turn it to blue. I'll leave it there for now, and I'll drag this one back, and I'll fix it after. So I want to make sure that these are similar in structure. Yep. I could back it up a little bit because you don't want it overlapping. Perfecto. So now we go here. We're going to turn this into that, even though it's not cyan right there. Should be a pastel blue. So now these can be unionized as a wall. And what that does is separates the roof from this. And what we can do is there we go. Okay. Alright, so now we have this all established. Now we're going to take this one, unionize them. Oh, you know what, guys? Bear with me because I got a frog stuck in my throat. I wasn't thinking. I'm going to separate this again. I did not have to do this. I'm going to explain why. Because my biggest concern was when I was doing this was the separation. Now I could unionize it because I'm putting texture on this. So now that's all established as one. And I'll put the address on top. Oh, boy, am I sneezy or what today? And for now, come over here. I'll take this piece. I'll raise it up. Determine how far back this has to be pushed. Just get a little bit over, you know. Bring this one a little bit over. Then obviously the biggest thing is bring it back slightly. There we go. Alright, so now this one and this one unionized, and we could change it to 1314. And I don't know why the H this is inside there. Why it happened, I do not know. But anyways, here we go. There we go. So now those two are done. Sorry about that. So now what I'm going to do is I want to complete the carport roof. I can show you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my images. I have different types. Now, we're doing modern because obviously of what this is. We have to place insert object. You want to put a texture in first. Now, what makes things easier, I'm going to copy this. Did I copy? Yes, I copied. Paste into. So now both of these have their textures. Now it's just the whole point of me figuring out what I want to do for the roof. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut it. Go to the texture part. The URL, which is your asset ID for your piece. Delete this. Determine where it needs to lie, which I'm going to assume bottom. Nope, definitely not bottom, ladies and gentlemen. Back. Nope, not back. Top. Ah, freaking figures, huh? So we have a metal style roof. Now this isn't a bad style. I mean, obviously there's way too many, so I want to turn it to a 6. To a 6. Too big. Go to 4. 4, and there you go. And that covers this whole entire thing. Now, I don't have to keep it like this if I don't want to. No, it's going to go through autosave. So that's a metal style. I mean, you think of modern carports, a lot of them has that metal sheathing on the roof. It lasts longer. So we'll wait for that to do what it needs to do. Okay, failed to save data mile. Which is whatever. Does that every now and then. And this one's still not even wanting to respond. So anyway, so this is all set. Now I will deal with the side in here after, when I decided what I'm going to do. But the carport is done. So we are done. So now what I can do, what's very unique, I don't have to have many of these. Paste into this one and just delete the other one. And voila. Carports are done. Now I gotta have a secondary floor, obviously. So I'm gonna grab these. Now I got all the walls on this side. And I'll grab this wall here. So now I got all of them. Now what I want to do, I'm going to group them because these are interior walls. So now I got them within here. I want to take this top one and actually shrink it down back to a normal size right there. You would roughly say I'm way off. Right there. Okay. So now this is all established. Now I'm going to duplicate it. Now I got my own little group. I'm going to group that one because obviously this bottom one will change. So I'm going to put this one into this folder. That one's there. So you have two of them. The reason why I got two of them is because I'm going to raise this up. I'm going to go as low as this window here. And that will determine. Now obviously I don't love to have windows on this side up here. It's not going to work. And the reason why, excuse me about that, the reason why is because of that. So I could delete it. So now, but that gives, well, let's not delete it right away. Let's go here and determine our top piece. my... Oh, there it is. I think my keyboard died. Okay, I gotta... Bella! Can you get me the charger for the controller? So now, there we go. Now we could delete this. Thank you. Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
That's my daughter, Annabella. She's really good on TikTok. She's good at Among Us. Do not trust her in Among Us. You see her, she's always the imposter. And most likely she will stab you. And she will giggle about it, which I'm not sure if that's disturbing or not. But she likes to stab me within that game.
Got Skittles.
Yeah, you want some Skittles?
Okay.
Do you want it plain or do you want... Oh, drop that. Or do you want... You know what? Here. Go get a small container for him. I dropped all my cards on the floor. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I have wireless. Didn't mean to hit that.
Oh, guess what? So 2 hours ago I locked her into the bathroom. I forgot all about her.
Oh, poor dang cat. So now the top part is basically done. It's all... Now it's gone. Now we have one wall on this side. Now we need to come down here and determine what we are going to do. Because this is a big footprint. So now we have a carport, obviously. Now we would like to put a door in, but determine where. So I'm going to say put a door back here. So, because you want it more towards the back, because that's where I'm putting the kitchen. And that gives, I got to order more of these, including the ones I got completely destroyed. Wild berries. They're tropical.
Oh.
There you go. Now run. Right there. Put you on the sugar high for the night. Love you. Alright, so let's go down here. Let's determine exactly this piece we're going to keep. So we're going to drop it. I do not want a window here, so I'm going to drag this forward. And this is now one piece. So now we come back here. We could delete this. And I'm going to explain why. It's because back here we could take this wall and just drag it down. And I haven't forgot about the basement walls, guys. I just want to get this side done and determine where this door is going to go. Now let's go back to my models and determine where the doors are going to go. I shouldn't have clicked on that because that was an apartment door. Don't need it. Okay. Alright, so this is a bedroom door. Set it there. These are modern windows. This is a front door. Not much of a difference, to be honest. But we'll figure that out. So, put bedroom door. And obviously I want to take this up a little bit higher because of the way the roof is established. But because this is a carport, I can shrink it. So let's cut this one out. Because, well, where the heck did I put my characters? I know I didn't delete them. Did I? No, they're right here. Come here, soldiers. Grab your boots. And I'll drag you up. Because I need to determine how tall. So let's take this one and drag it as close as possible as the subfloor. Normally, if I want, really, Matthew, if I want to make this as realistic building as possible, I would have to put floor joists in. But as I said, it's Roblox. I'm not going to have enough data to do that. Some houses I will, just to show off the architectural design. So we are looking, I mean, these are pretty tall characters too, so we'll put them against the wall. So this is actually pretty high, you know. So I would have to shrink the garage. So ultimately the garage has to shrink. So I'll copy that. I'm going to have to delete this. Go back to here. Separate it. Go back to here. Go one by one. And it's not going to hurt to bring it down significantly because this is not a normal height for any kind of roof, to be honest. Alright, so there we go. So now I'll take these two again, unionize it. I won't name them yet, and I will drag this one into here because I'm going to explain why I'm doing this. So now this is brought down a little bit. Still not going to be able to fit windows on the side, which it's okay. So now we'll go to this one. We'll name it 1312. We will duplicate it, drag it all the way over. Bring it here. Take the old one, delete it. And you see the carport on this side is actually a lot bigger than the carport on that side. So that makes no logical sense to me, but I'm not going to argue with it. I don't know why I did it like that. Oh, it's because this one's not pushed all the way over. That's why. It's not equal. So technically this house is actually not in the right position, but we'll take this one, separate it. We'll go to each one and drag it over. That's all we got to do. I bring it in a little bit, just to so there we go. Now I take these two, I unionize. I take this, copy, paste into, and now I name this very lovely 1314. Now it just tells me that there are two separate pieces. Now stay. And there you go. And that's what it is when you're building, especially within Roblox Studio, because it's not real life. You got to make sure that you're determining your factors and your schematics pretty well. Even though this was a base model of what the duplex should look like, you're getting a complete different look of the building by the time I'm done renovating it. Because technically this duplex is a 1960s, 70s style type duplex. It's a duplex ranch, but I'm turning it more into a two-story duplex on both sides. Now I could take this. What I want to do is take this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Make sure I got them all. Don't got the middle. Now I got all of it. So I'm going to group this. And it's the same thing as I did with the last one. I'll drop it into the interior. But I'm going to put an E on it because it has to be erased. And I'm going to explain why. Because I'm going to take this one, which is my permit wall. I want to determine, is that folder even ready to be used? No, it's like literally a dead stick in the water. So I'm just going to close it out, cut the losses. I know what I got to do to make the base plate for the base template, not plate. Yes, end process. And now I want to go to new, because I got to test that door out and make sure that door is 100% ready to go. And I got new windows. I have a folder full of doors and windows that I'm gonna drop into. So while this is loading, we'll go back here real quick, and I'll grab this, and I got it because I can't move it yet until I determine the door. Okay, so that's ready to go. We'll come back over here, take the front door. And that's what it is. Like when well, guys, when I'm building, it is, my brain is on fire. This is a pretty long video. How far are we? Oh, we're only 56 minutes in. So now here comes the door. Now I gotta determine what's what on this door, because I haven't touched this door in so long. So now this is the door script. That is the middle part, which is, I don't really need that. I guaranteed it's all this. Yeah, see. So we leave that. This is the handle, the clicker. So what is the handle? So the other stuff, the base door model. Okay, so now the door itself. Okay, door latch, that, and this. Now here we go. Now let's test it. Without to determine, I know which way the door opens. It opens inward with that latch, with the knocker. Okay, which I figured it would work. Now I want to do something different with this door. I'm jumping up and down because I'm excited because it works, which I figured it would because I wouldn't have saved it to there. Now I have doors and windows under. Okay. Make sure all this is recording. Okay, we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. My other video that I was just recording with you guys must have cut off way too soon, and I didn't even realize that there was no notification that it stopped recording. So anyways, where I left off, I was trying to build a door. And obviously I can't show you how I did the door. I will show you in a different video. But I did build the door. If I go to my models, you will see my entry door. So I built the entry door into the carport. I'm gonna show. Basically, this is just gonna sum up what I've done. As I was trying to edit the video, go through the video, I've noticed that a big chunk of it was missing. So I built the door here. I ended up grabbing that side and dragging it over here. I ended up flipping this door around, obviously, for it to open inward. And I had to, obviously, now I got the two side walls up. And I was able to get the stairs in on both sides. I'm going to show you this real quick. This is the second floor, base floor. This is the subfloor of the second floor of this unit. There will be two units. Obviously, this thing's not responding again. It's my computer, or it has to be the studio. I think it's more the studio because everything else, my computer works fine. But anyways, it would be two units, and one thing that I'm working on, so yeah, it's back, is I ended up gutting the downstairs of these units, put the French doors in. I'll show you those real quick. There will be a brand new deck going in. This is one of the French doors. I did mention that we're having issues with the window and door folder. I will deal with that. I got some of the interior doors ready to go. Got the fire barrier built and ready to go. So now the carports are all set up. As you notice, I already got those done. You already seen that in early on in the video. So, gonna cut it short. I'm not moving the bathrooms closer to one another. So in the next video, you're gonna see me pretty much getting the second floor walls up. But before that, we'll be working on obviously the exterior walls, moving this doorway more, you would say, more straight on with the stairs to give you a little foyer area, your living room here, your kitchen back here, and your obviously dining room there. And the same thing on this side. I might go modern, like a modern style remodel on this, because I obviously showed you what I did last time, what it's coming from to what it is, and I will show side by side comparison. Obviously the first one didn't really have much, and but this one will have a lot done to it. I haven't decided, well, not really decided, I haven't figured out how many rooms I could fit in this. So please stay tuned. Please like and subscribe on the video for the channel. I have more content coming. I am going to be ordering a camera, so you'll be able to see my pretty face, my big head. And from there, we will go forward in working on project by project. And the previous part of the video that didn't make it into the video because obviously something happened. I don't know what it was. I did put the foundation walls in, so you guys don't have to stress that. All the foundation walls are in. You got fire barrier top to bottom, so that's all secure. So now the foundation is officially done. I will be putting the basement stairs in the next video. Where they're going to go, I'm being straightforward. I won't know. Most likely it could be here. I might turn this into the dining room, this into a sitting. I just haven't figured it out yet. There's so much I could figure out in such a little time. Or I might put a bedroom here. As I said, I haven't decided. There's a lot to be happening under this construction project here at 1312 and 1314 Atherstone Avenue. There were two previous buildings, as I said. They were demolished. They were abandoned. They weren't serving a purpose. This building here might go under significant renovations at some point, as well as these. Also, I said I was going to tear these down and put in new ones. Not going to happen. These are going to stay with the way they are, and they will go under significant renovation as well. So, as I said, like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. I will update you in the next video when it is up and running. This one will be set to premiere by this weekend, so stay tuned. You know, obviously, I'm saying it right now because it makes no sense. I am getting back into YouTube, so bear with me. I might be a little jittery, a little bit all over the place. The birds are quiet this time, thank God. But please smash the like button below. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new content is updated. And it's not just going to be me building, me Roblox. It'll be also me on my GTA, my Ghost Recon, and tons of other games, including Madden. Do some Madden videos. And also some other maybe tutorials on how to utilize, mods on GTA for the PC. How to build in the Roblox Studio, how to script different things. I'm still learning myself, but I have no problem teaching everybody else. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.